Bulucheke, Bushiko sub-counties in Bududa district, canvassing for votes ahead of the 2026 general elections. The presidential hopeful pledged to construct tarmac roads as well as resettle residents who face mudslide risks. These are the details. We'll bring you that story later on in the bulletin. Now, a somber mood Saturday engulfed Lango as thousands gathered to bid farewell to the fallen paramount chief, Won Nyachimze Yosam Udur Ebi. Government was represented by the Vice President Jessica Lupo, who delivered President Museveni's condolence message. Eddie Olwa reports.
By 11 a.m., the body of the fallen Lango paramount chief left his home, making its final journey to Tebohe Primary School for burial prayer. On one side of the procession stood the Lango elders in full traditional regalia. On the other, women adorned in cultural attire, a rare honor reserved only for those considered cultural giants. On arrival, the casket was received by the church and gently placed on a royal skin beneath a sacred booth, a symbol reserved for chiefs and royals. A befitting gesture of a man celebrated for reviving cultural leadership and safeguarding Lango heritage. In his sermon, Bishop Alfred Olwa praised the paramount chief for his humility and unwavering commitment to peace.
Our king worked. Let Lango work.
Muslim leader Sheikh Ramadan Khalil recalled the late chief's bravery, saying he helped save lives of 13 delegates who traveled to meet Joseph Kony in Juba during the peace efforts.
It was the last meeting with Joseph Kony and the most riskiest mission so far.
The paramount chief died on the 10th of this month from respiratory failure. His son said the family finds comfort knowing that their father served with dignity throughout his regime.
From this humble beginning, he grew into a man whose influence touched thousands.
He is the paramount chief of Acholi.
Different cultural leaders sent in representatives hailing him as a remarkable contemporary whose influence stretched far beyond Lango.
Worked very closely with our king.
Our most profound tribute to Mzee Yosam Ebi is the commitment to not only preserve his legacy, but to build upon it, ensure continuity.
Soon after, the Togo, a council of elders, performed the traditional ritual, an enchantment to honor and send off a man whose cultural legacy remains unmatched. State Minister for Culture, Peace Mutuzu praised the late chief as a guardian of culture who lived a careful and exemplary life.
The late Wanyati lived a very careful life. He kept asking, how is your health? And he would assure us it was perfect.
Representing President Museveni, the Vice President Jessica Lupo conveyed the President's message describing the fallen chief as a brother who never discriminated and worked tirelessly for unity.
I therefore wish to extend on behalf of government and the entire nation heartfelt condolences and sympathies to his family and to all the people of Lango.
The President reaffirmed that the NRM's restoration of cultural institutions was intended to preserve priceless traditions and support development. He also extended 10 million shillings to the family.
The NRM government recognizes the significant role these cultural institutions play in preserving our rich and beautiful cultural norms of the African people. I call upon the leadership of the kingdom to safeguard the customs of your people.
And at 4:30 p.m., the paramount chief's body was taken back home for final burial rites accompanied by gun salutes in honor of his service and profound cultural impact. Mzee Yosa Moduribi leaves behind a legacy deeply woven into the fabrics of Lao culture and history. His name, many here say, will live on for generations. Edulwa, UBC News.
May his soul rest in eternal peace. In more news, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has commended the Judiciary Administration for creating avenues that enhance wellness and mental relief within its operational calendar. The President was represented by the Attorney General Chidiowa Chiwanuka at the 2nd Uganda Judicial Officers Association UJOA Wellness Day, where he emphasized the need for healthy avenues of releasing work-related frustrations. The Uganda Judicial Officers Association brings together all judicial officers in Uganda with the aim of promoting unity, wellness, and stress relief at the workplace. President Museveni, represented by the Attorney General, Chidiowa Chiwanuka, officiated the 2nd UJOA Wellness Day held at the Supreme Court premises.
Why should a judicial officer suffer isolation among his or her colleagues? Why resort to chronic absenteeism and alcoholism out of frustration when your peers are present? Why suffer under the weight of heavy workload when you can be guided by colleagues who overcame the challenge? I urge UJOA to take the necessary interest in providing a platform for ventilation of problems which are unique to their members.
President Museveni applauded the Judiciary Administration for prioritizing the wellness of its officers, noting that this strengthens integrity in the delivery of justice.
It tells us that we must pay attention to the unique challenge that judicial officers face that have a bearing on their well-being, such as chronic occupational stress, which stems from factors including overwhelming workload, exposure to traumatic case material, vicarious trauma, and significant social and professional isolation.
Government institutions have been urged to integrate wellness practices to address issues of fatigue and burnout.
Investment in the structure is an investment in the human relief. But we must continue the trajectory, investing in competitive remuneration, better housing, and specialized health support to attract and retain the best minds in the public service. An under-resourced public servant is a perpetually stressed one.
The Judiciary Administration has established state-of-the-art infrastructure at its new headquarters, including high-end wellness facilities such as a gym and sauna, to enhance the quality of service delivery by judicial officers.
In the construction of the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court, those bills of quantities, there was no provision for wellness center. And I insisted we must have wellness center.
The association offers a peer support platform for judicial officers to exchange work-related ideas and enjoy light moments after long working hours.
4 major things: fun, flair, family, fellowship. We are saying we want to have fun. We want to do it in style, but also want to remember that our families are important, and we ourselves as a fraternity, judicial officers, are important to each other.
The judiciary is appealing for increased funding to establish wellness facilities in all judicial regions to further strengthen service delivery and uphold officer integrity. UBC News. The government of Uganda and the Italian government have signed a letter of intent to improve sanitation in the cities of Kampala and Hoima. 150 million euros project under the Green Cities initiative by the Italian government was signed by the local government permanent secretary Ben Kumumanya and the Italian ambassador to Uganda Mauro Massoni. The Prime Minister of Uganda Robina Nabanja presided over the signing ceremony at her office here in Kampala. This initiative resulted from the direct engagement between Premier Nabanja and the Deputy Prime Minister of Italy during her visit to Italy following the Chitezi landfill disaster in 2024.
This important ceremony marking the signing of the letter of intent between the government of Uganda and the government of Italy under the Green Cities initiative. FAO has been central in shaping the technical foundations of this project, conducting assessments in Kampala and Hoima, and guiding stakeholder consultations and developing the frameworks that will eventually lead to investment-ready green city action plans. This collaboration, Right Honourable Prime Minister, with Italy comes at the right time. It focuses on two pillars that directly address the most urgent urban needs. One is sustainable waste management, and the second is upgrading of urban food markets.
As such, it was only Uganda which had a delegation in the first Global Green Cities Conference that was organized with FAO support in Rome in October of this year. The Uganda delegation had bilateral meetings with Italian government representatives. In all these meetings, important discussions were held towards funding Uganda's project in sustainable energy and waste management and upgrading urban food markets.
They agreed to strengthen partnership between our two countries to promote inclusive, sustainable development with a focus on coffee value chain and waste management. The Italian Ministry for Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation engaged UNIDO as a knowledge partner for the coffee value chain, FAO as a knowledge partner on waste management in the context of the broader and ambitious Green City Initiative.
The discussions and the priority areas that we have come up with is establishment of waste management facilities in Kampala and Hoima. The project will focus on improving hygiene and sanitation and waste management within these cities, the markets.
We are here, members, to sign the letter of intent between the government of Uganda and the government of Italy, confirming our joint commitment under the Green Cities Initiative. On behalf of government of Uganda, I appreciate our deep collaboration between the government of Italy and the government of Uganda. I want to appreciate this partnership and friendship. We can get energy out of this. When we were in Rimini, they told us, hey, this is a big resource. Big companies are struggling to get waste from the communities. But here we just throw this big resource.
In more UBC News tonight, parents in Kawempe have been advised to nurture and guide their children with strong morals as a way to promote development and restore lasting peace in the area of parental and child relationship. Now, this appeal was made by the Deputy Chief of Defense Intelligence together with Senior Presidential Advisor on Political Affairs, Moses Biaruhanga, during their mobilization drive for the NRM in Kawempe.
As part of the NRM renewed push to reclaim Kawempe after 25 years under the opposition, Moses Biaruhanga and Brigadier General Abel Rugumayu, the Deputy Chief of Defense Intelligence, held meetings with elders, princes and princesses in Kawempe, urging them to mobilize support for the party within their communities. Moses Biaruhanga urged the youth to take full advantage of government programs, particularly the Parish Development Model PDM, to improve their household incomes.
In Kampala and Wakiso, because the numbers are many, we're going to increase the money for PDM per parish to 300 shillings. 300 shillings means that if 30% is for youth, then 100 million will be for youth every year until when we feel that everybody has been reached. Now, we want the youth leaders and the local leaders to fight for their right to ensure that the 100 million, which is 30%, comes to them. Otherwise, if they stay behind and then they start complaining, That will not be fair because the government has done its duty to bring the money and the selection is done at the parish.
Brigadier General Abel Rugumayu called on the youth to remain patient, focused and committed, saying such qualities will enable them to benefit from upcoming development initiatives.
Fathers, the mothers, because they are the people who are supposed to help these younger boys who do not understand that there is their time, that they need to be patient. But the biggest problem we have with most of the youth is that they are very impatient. They think they will be rich today. They don't know that if you want to be rich, you have to work.
NRM aspirant for Kawempe North, Member of Parliament Hajat Farida Nambi, said she will continue engaging elders and households across Kawempe to rally stronger support for the NRM.
I'm very pleased to have hosted the elders who are called Bataka in Luganda in this place. Bataka have endorsed me, as you have heard. They have endorsed my candidature and they pledged for this very first time to support NRM. Many of them, it's going to be their first time to vote. This is our beginning to talk to elders. When we can't meet elders door to door, we have decided that we shall have closed door meetings to meet them and be able to speak to them for their support.
The mobilization meeting was also attended by Kampala NRM flag bearer Hajat Amina Lukanga, together with other party leaders, Chibedi Bashir and Mike Bakablindi for UBC.
Thank you, Kibedi and Mike. The NRM members in Wakiso district have been urged to stop undermining the party's elected flag bearers and instead unite to secure overwhelming victory for the NRM. The call was made by the Professor Gilbert Baliwaseka Bukenya, presidential advisor to President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni on sanitation and environment, as he launched a district-wide campaign targeting 90% support for President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. The mobilization drive is branded Wakiso ku Museveni Muzukuke. Let's take a look.
The event was organized by Ibrahim Nakabona Msoga, the NRM chairperson for Masulita and leader of the RC Youth Initiative Uganda, an organization committed to improving the well-being of young people.
Today, as residents of Wakiso, through our former Vice President, Professor Gilbert Baliwaseka Bukenya, has launched us to start looking for votes for President Museveni within Wakiso district, based on what NRM has done for the people of Wakiso.
During the function, Professor Bukenya interacted with NRM parliamentary flag bearers, sub-county chairpersons, councillors and voters from different parts of Wakiso district. The Wakiso Resident District Commissioner, Justine Mbabazi, outlined several priority areas in President Museveni's manifesto, including increased funding at parish level.
We are meeting NRM leaders, but one of our roles as RDC or as RDCs, we are sensitizing the public and the NRM leaders here what is in the NRM manifesto 2026-2031. So one of the achievements we have already explained to the NRM leaders who have been here, and actually those ones, some of the government projects which are going to be worked on. For example, you have heard that under PDM, in every parish, NRM government will provide 300 millions per parish from 100 million. So
Wakiso NRM chairperson Moses Mayanja expressed excitement about the campaign, saying it will intensify support for President Museveni.
The program is supposed to enforce grassroots mobilization for NRM candidates from the President, MPs, LC5, and all the councillors. This program is not only going to be a program, but manifesto implementation and sensitization to all the voters of Wakiso district.
Ibrahim Nakabona Msoga, who also spearheaded the Wakiso ku Museveni Muzukuke initiative, explained the goals of the mobilization drive, highlighting its focus on strengthening structures and rallying the youth.
At the youth initiative, having a part of talent promotion and upcoming musician, we've decided to be part of this campaign because the agenda of the NRM manifesto talked about the talent and the musician. So, as a youth initiative, we brought our music department in this campaign so that we can support the government and bringing more young men and women who have the music talent.
At the conclusion of the ceremony, the leaders led by Professor Bukinya signed a banner dedicated to President Museveni, marking the official launch of the district-wide campaign. I am Chibedi Bashir and Mike Bakablindi for UBC.
The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, Dr. Diana Atwine, has called for strict enforcement of road use regulations to curb rising road crashes that claim lives, cause injuries and waste time and drain also finances. She was speaking at the Second East African Symposium and Expo on Trauma, Injury and Emergency Care at Makerere University School of Public Health here in Kampala.
Uganda Police Force, Uganda Red Cross Society and the Ministry of Health remain the main responders in emergency care. But their efforts are stretched by limited specialized training, insufficient equipment and slow response times, pressure points that keep the pre-hospital system running on hope rather than capacity. Because of these gaps, accident victims, cardiac cases and mothers in labor still find themselves ferried in non-medical vehicles or poorly equipped ambulances, resulting in avoidable deaths and long-term complications. At the 5th Association of Ambulance Professionals Uganda annual general meeting at Makerere University School of Public Health, President Tom Chobe reaffirmed plans to establish strategic ambulance points along major accident-prone routes to reduce delays and save lives.
Our ask is to work with the Ministry of Health and other partners to reduce or have an impact on the reduction of, first of all, the accidents, but also the mortalities and other attendant factors like disability.
Emergency care pioneer Dr. Andrew Sechitoliko warned that many patients die within the golden hour because the critical first 10 minutes often slip by without effective intervention. He acknowledged progress by the Uganda National Ambulance Service, but noted limited capacity to handle mass casualty events and major highway disasters.
We've done demonstrations. Why? We had to tell the public that emergency medical services or emergencies when they happen have professionals that can respond to them. So we did drills in Kasese, in Kampala, yes. We did in Mbarara. So we've done these drills to call the public and the media to bring attention to EMS.
He added that AAPU plans to deploy fully equipped ambulances along hotspots such as Masaka Road, Jinja Road, Gulu Highway, and the Karuma-Pakwach stretch.
But we formed this one team of many faces. That team has grown into a network of people. That team got its realization through disasters and accidents because those are the moments that shaped our credibility.
The AGM, officiated by Dr. John Baptist Waniae, called for strong governance, harmonized standards, and coordinated emergency systems.
So sometimes, of course, you people may not be knowing, sometimes when Red Cross is responding, you don't know that that is government. I want you to appreciate that government uses different modes to make sure that there is a response to people.
A national resource mobilization drive for the Emergency Care College was launched, alongside proposals to review the toll-free code and secure land for the permanent campus. A clean audit by CPA Serunkuma Edward confirmed strengthened accountability.
We are now over 420 members, and we do this through trainings, through advocacy, through reaching out to regions, and we are very keen because we have 5 regional representatives.
The meeting closed with resolutions to professionalize emergency care, boost workforce capacity, and reduce preventable deaths nationwide. Mutonyi Hilda and Godwin Mwesugwa, UBC.
African Rural University, ARU, the only first female university in Uganda, has held its 11th graduation ceremony, with students applauded for innovative skills and creativity in transforming communities. More than 100 graduates received bachelor's degrees in rural development and Bachelor of Science in Sustainable Agriculture of African Rural University. These are the details.
Speaking at the event as the chief guest of the function held at Uganda Rural Development and Training Program in Kagadi District, Dr. Robert Juko, an associate professor at Gulu University, said artificial intelligence has eroded African traditional cultures and informal education, but lauded ARU students for innovative skills.
We have a responsibility to grow the AI and IK that's grounded in African spirituality.
Dr. Mwalimu Musheshe, the founder of African Rural Universities, who doubles as the Vice-Chancellor ARU, said the university, which was established in 2006 and accredited by National Council for Higher Education in 2011, has skilled over 70,000 graduates, both in academic and hands-on skills, working in 20 districts of Uganda as rural transformation specialists.
To take advantage of having this innovative university, bring your young daughters to come and learn, and those who haven't come to ARU, the institute will find them in the villages and they will train them for self-help and self-reliance.
The best graduates, Beatrice Achiro, who obtained a Bachelor's of Science degree in Sustainable Agriculture, and Dorina Tugonza, Bachelor's degree in Rural Development, with a CGPA of 4.7, together with their parents, lauded Dr. Mwalimu Musheshe for establishing a values-based all-women's university that has transformed rural communities through innovative skills.
We do appreciate Mwalimu Musheshe, Doctor, for having brought this initiative of educating a girl child. Yeah, actually, it is through a girl child. When you educate a girl child, you've educated the nation. I'm so happy for my sister, for our sister who has made it today on the 11th graduation today. And I thank the government of Uganda, that is of NRM, which has truly made that the girl child and the woman empowerment to a more higher level.
Present were university chancellors and lecturers from Mbarara, Gulu, Makerere, Chambogo and Kabale universities. Andrew Musinguzi compiled this report for UBC.
Forum for Democratic Change FDC presidential flag bearer Nathan Nandala Mafabi on Saturday traversed Buki Bokolo, Bumasheti, Bulecheke, Bushiko sub-counties in Bududa district, canvassing for votes ahead of the 2026 general elections. The presidential hopeful pledged to construct tarmac roads as well as resettle residents who face mudslide risks.
In a culture, everybody starts with his home. So, Bagisho, I'm their own.
Bududa district lies in the eastern part of the country in Bugisu sub-region. The district faces mudslides that have claimed lives of both humans and animals. Though government has put in place different initiatives to settle the residents, many seem not to appreciate the plan. While campaigning in Bududa, the FDC presidential candidate assured residents of a meteorological department that will be in charge of prompt weather forecasts, hence avoidance of natural calamities.
And by the way, this is very easy. The Bagisu can listen. We are going. They want to plant trees to control the slides of the soils. Also to allow people to use the forest not as cutting the forest, but to get malewa, to get greens, to get grass for cows, to get firewood. So I can assure you that this one is very easy. And you don't need to shift people from here to far. You can just create somewhere here as a corridor, build them houses, good houses, modern houses with facilities like water, toilets, good buildings and schools. People will just be going up there to dig.
Mafabi emphasized the need to tarmac all roads in the district to ease transportation of goods. Mafabi also boasted of having worked tirelessly on ensuring that a kilo of coffee beans got a good market price of 18,000 shillings before he joined Bugisu Cooperative Union.
Now, when I became the chairman of the union, the coffee prices were at 1,000, 1,200. I moved it in a short time to 12,000, 12,500. In 2010, under Museveni's government, they came and took the union for 5 years. The farmers fought back. By the time I came back again, the coffee had dropped back to about 2,500, 3,000. We moved now coffee again. We came back as a force. Now coffee is at 17 to 18,000 shillings. Now the farmer here.
While at Bukalasa Trading Center, Mr. Mafabi was dressed up in traditional clothes by elders as a symbol of power. On Sunday, Mafabi will be campaigning in his hometown district of Sironko. Reporting for BC TV, Helen Barbara, Jizamba.
Ugandans, the unstoppable internet deal of deals is here with MTN Wakanet Fiber. Connect your home with our starter pack of 100 Mbps at only 99k. And if you want more speed for less, we've got you. Get the 200 Mbps at only 129k. And the fastest one yet? Enjoy up to 500 Mbps at only 250k. To sign up, use the My MTN app or dial *100 *23#. Offer is valid till the 30th of November for both new and existing subscribers. Together, our connection is unstoppable.
This is our home, our land, our Uganda. From the rolling hills to the busy streets, from the farmers in the fields to the students in classrooms, we are one people. Elections are a time to choose our leaders, not to fight our brothers and sisters. When violence enters the ballot box, the future of our country is wounded. But when peace leads the way, our nation grows stronger. On election day, choose unity over diversion, respect over hatred, and dialogue over destruction. Love your country, protect your fellow citizens, stand for peace, and say no to electoral violence. This message is brought to you by the Global Election Observation Mission, GEOM, in partnership with the Uganda Electoral Commission. Informed citizens, strong nation.
New Life Prayer Center and Church in Mombasa, Kenya welcomes you to the end of the year conference by seeking the face of God for 12 days. Come and receive your miracles, healings, and signs. You will meet the servant of God, Pastor Ezekiel, face to face to give you the word of prophecy for your life towards 2026. How have you prepared yourself spiritually for the year 2026? Then come and meet the great grace of God that will give you new steps and hopes. Are you tortured by witchcraft, spirits, dark altars? Come and Jesus will set you free. From the 3rd to the 14th of December, time is from 8 a.m. in the morning. Come travel with us to Mombasa at affordable rates from Uganda. Call +256 701 277 547 or +256 776 270010. You are all welcome. Keep watching World Evangelism TV.
Step into elegance, step into confidence, step into La Vie Boutique. Located at Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8, right behind Bank of Uganda, La Vie Boutique brings you high-class corporate and casual wear for men. From sharp designer suits and crisp shirts to stylish casual t-shirts, tracksuits, shoes and accessories, we've got everything to make you stand out. Call us on 0772 419 181 or 0705 555 558. La Vie Boutique, where class meets style.
Kabogos, where are you coming from?
From NSSF.
NSSF? You traveled all the way from Namagudi to get NSSF services. Lekanawe. You walk on the era. NSSF is now everywhere. Come on, I show you.
Yakabande pakabanda. You can register for NSSF. I'll contribute to your Simati life. Now deep down in the Barada. Make NSSF payments. No wahala okubeka langala. NSSF sure is not far. But tomorrow kuhika gotido. Enjoy NSSF from where you are.
Access NSSF services right where you live. With over 20,000 quick teller agents across Uganda, now you can conveniently register yourself, make NSSF payments, and contributions to your Smart Life account to Ubira. NSSF, a better life.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. The Ministry of Water and Environment is actively promoting cycling in Kampala, stressing its role in cutting emissions, easing traffic and enhancing air quality. Initiatives like electric bikes and bicycle racks aim to make cycling safer and more accessible. Advocates emphasize its potential to reduce dependency on motor vehicles, mitigate climate change, and foster environmental awareness through collaboration among government, businesses, and international partners. This is happening a day after curtains fell on the COP30 in Brazil, where participants vehemently called for fossil fuels phase-out.
The Ministry of Water and Environment is promoting cycling as a sustainable mode of transportation in Kampala, highlighting its benefits in reducing emissions, easing traffic congestion, and improving air quality. Apil Janet, a senior wetlands officer, shares that the ministry's involvement in cycling campaigns originated from being approached by the Cycling for Clean Air Coalition.
So as Ministry of Water and Environment, we decided to be part of this, of the advocacy, to push for this agenda to make sure that at least we reduce the pollution levels in Kampala and other cities.
Owinyi Hakim, a passionate advocate for cycling, says the urban environment faces severe air quality issues, largely because of the high number of vehicles, especially old and inefficient ones.
If massively people adopt cycling, we promote sustainable commuting, we reduce on the air traffic congestion in the city, and that's the idea. So this advocacy is called Cycling for Clean Air. We want people to be aware air is not something we see, but it's very critical. Our life depends on it, and the more we interact with it in a healthy way, the more we promote healthy well-being. And the opposite, if we just pollute it with different elements like the cars, different things, we're going to end up sick, and you cannot build community with a sick population.
The ministry encourages other institutions to join, emphasizing that collective support can foster mindset shifts and infrastructure improvements to reduce pollution and protect health for current and future generations.
Let's adapt to such technologies. They may not be as convenient as a car that is not electric, but they are very good for the environment. We are saving our future generations from health problems. We are saving our future generations from a bad environment.
As the Bicycle Mayor of Kampala, Owinyi Hakim is rallying collective efforts among government bodies, businesses, schools, and communities to promote sustainable living practices.
We are here to show how do you actualize solution? How does environmental sustainable solution look like? If you adopt cycling and you reduce dependence on your cars that emit emission, it's part of the solution. So this solution needs to come down to individuals. The organization, they're going to make policies, but policies are people. They need to understand, they need to have a mindset that how do I contribute as a policy stakeholders at the individual basis? How do I depend less on cars?
It's been 3 years since the Parish Development Model PDM funds were rolled out in the Karamoja sub-region to enhance household income of beneficiaries in the fight against poverty. Now, in tonight's special edition about the implementation of the Parish Development Model Fund in Karamoja sub-region, we assess the progress made across the 4 districts of Amudat, Napak, Nakapitiprit, and Moroto, and how this government initiative has reshaped lives one family at a time.
It's been 3 years since the Parish Development Model or PDM funds were rolled out in the Karamoja region to uplift and to enhance household income of beneficiaries in the fight against poverty. In our tonight's special edition about the implementation of the Parish Development Fund in the Karamoja sub-region, we assess the process made across the 4 districts of Amudat, Napak, Nakapiriprit and Moroto, and how this government initiative has reshaped livelihoods of one family at a time. In Amudat district, one of the success stories comes from Chemtomoi Gladys. She started small with just 10 chicken purchased from her PDM fund. Today, her enterprise has grown and she is now rearing goats and selling eggs in the local market.
When I got the money, I decided to start with chicken. Now I have goats and I can afford school fees for my children.
Amudat district, with 11 lower local governments and 44 parishes, has received 13.49 billion shillings under the Parish Revolving Fund. So far, 13.1 billion has been disbursed to 13,371 households, standing at 95% performance rate. For others like Lokale, the PDM money opened the door to bee farming, a natural fit for the Amudat's dry climate.
I started this enterprise when I received the parish model. Started 2023 when I received 1 million from the PDM. I was able to sell at 7,500 a kilo of unprocessed, and I bought around 412,000. From the 3 goats I used to buy from this profit of honey, I have now like 28 goats.
At least almost 99% we have got parish model.
In Napak district, progress has been equally impressive. Out of 59 parishes, 57 have been capitalized with over 17.7 billion shillings disbursed, reaching 20,133 households and standing at 99.8% success rate.
I've started with 2, but I'm now with 32. I use 400 for school fees for children.
Another success story is Kuriang Isaac, who turned his 1 million into a thriving piggery business.
PDM has transformed this part of the sub-region, specifically in the Napak district, in terms of enterprises that beneficiaries have chosen. Now the economy of the district is trying to move better in terms of serial banking. The youth are involved in scaling and a number of activities that brings money into the economy of Napak district.
In Nakapiripiri, farmers are diversifying, venturing into banana farming, a practice once rare in the region.
I harvested, I go to 1.6. That's the first harvest. The second harvest, I got 2.3 million.
Nakapiripiri, with 9 sub-counties and 35 parishes, received 10.5 billion shillings, of which 10.47 billion has been disbursed, representing 99% utilization.
I now started planting matoke. This PDM money, it has lifted my life. It is also helping me to pay my children, and it is also helping me to have food at home.
Others like Mama Muron Agnes ventured into Mara brewing, while Gladys turned to maize production, harvesting over 60 bags and lifting her family from poverty.
This parish development model has benefited close to 10,777 people in the Karamoja sub-region.
In Moroto district, PDM has taken a cooperative approach. Beneficiaries have pooled resources to farm sorghum, sunflower and soya beans together.
some of our members, 5 members, benefited from PDM. We got some of the money and used it for buying seeds for sorghum, for about 40 kilos of sorghum.
Moroto, with the 8 sub-counties and 37 parishes, received 11.59 billion shillings, with 10.36 billion already. It has disbursed to over 10,500 beneficiaries, boasting at 98.4 success rate.
$1 million in the hands of a poor mother, whereas our mothers are the center of the household, from feeding, from looking for what to use to take care of the household. Yes, now they are the ones who are holding this money to do the small business. It has helped them boost the businesses.
Across Karamoja region, families are thriving, children are in school, and communities are gradually moving toward economic independence.
PDM has performed, and there is quite excitement among the population that they want more of these, and they're even ready. This is now 3 years down the road. The communities are ready to repay, and we are saying the repayment is with the 6%, which translates to about 60,000 per the 1 million which was borrowed. Now, for a period of 3 years, that is 180,000, which I want to believe communities are able to pay, and they are ready to pay for. Specifically, I want to thank His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, and indeed with the PDM, I want to believe that we shall reach the middle income status.
But challenges remain, from poor road networks and market access to fluctuating produce prices and inconsistent funding levels. Still, the people of Karamoja have proven that with opportunity and determination, transformation is possible. From Amuda to Moroto, the parish development model is redefining what's possible in Karamoja, one household at a time.
The Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Education and Sports, Dr. Kedres Tuliagenda, has issued a strong call to Ugandans or Uganda's sports officers to lead with professionalism, fairness and patriotism to elevate the country's education and sports sector. These are the details.
Speaking of Joyce Hotel in Mubende during the closure of the National Sports Officers Workshop organized by Ugandan National Sports Association, Dr. Kedres emphasized that the future of sports development lies on integrity and commitment.
These sports officers were teachers, but they were either good sportsmen or enthusiastic. So they needed skills. They needed organizational skills, they needed financial skills, they needed fundraising skills, and all these skills you can't pick them on the street. So the Department of Physical Education, working together with the executive of the association, organized this 3 days training.
Uganda currently has over 100 sports officers who play a key role in discovering talent, coordinating school sports activities, and nurturing young athletes from the grassroots. The sports officers were reminded that their conduct directly shapes Uganda's sports pipeline. They were urged to embrace the fear of God, love their country, and remain dedicated to serving learners and athletes.
On the grassroots development of sports, because the district sports officers, they are in the grassroots, and this is where all the athletes, of course, emerge from, the different sports emerge from. So we are telling them about the mandate.
We've benefited a lot, and we are going to make changes, and we are going to do our work as assigned by the job description, because really they have helped us so much.
The workshop also featured insights from Reverend Duncan Mogumya, Commissioner for Physical Education and Sports and National Council of Sports Assistant General Secretary Milton Chebet, who encouraged officers to embrace humanity, responsibility, and national pride.
We use head teachers in the field. We want to use more sports officers in the field. So when they have no legs, I will not deliver. And technically, when a commissioner fails to deliver, the PX cannot deliver because it is a department she's monitored. So for us to deliver as a team, for a team captain to get performance, then the midfielder, the striker, the goalkeeper.
Association leaders highlighted knowledge, capacity building and inclusivity as essential pillars of progress, while thanking the government of its continuous support.
The PS, our commissioner, Duncan, for the training we have had today and all the entire team from NCS. We have really learned a lot within these 3 days. Like personally, I've seen that I need to align the community sports with the national goals.
We are National Council of Sports here today that was represented by the Assistant General Secretary of National Council of Sports, charge of technical affairs. We had the Ghana Olympics Committee. We had people in the academia, that is Makerere University, Department of Sports Science, that took us through the views in the academic world that relate to us, especially in school sports, inclusivity of sports, among others.
Participants uploaded the training, calling it timely and transformative.
Pastoralist youth from across East Africa are calling for the Kobebe grazing fields in Moroto to be recognized as a UNESCO Cultural Heritage Site, arguing that the area supports vital cross-border pastoral mobility between Uganda and Kenya. They also urge government to fast-track the Uganda rangeland and management policy, as these details share with us.
Pastoralism remains central to livelihoods across the region, yet it is increasingly threatened by urbanization, extractive industries, conservation pressures and insecurity among the Karimojong, Pokot, Turkana, Samburu and Maasai communities. This was during a two-day dialogue and cultural exchange in Moroto district attended by youth pastoralists from Karamoja, Samburu, Turkana and the Maasai ahead of next year's International Year of Rangelands and Pastoralism.
We move towards the IYRP 2026. Our unity and leadership will be essential in ensuring that pastoralist voices shape the future of rangeland.
And we are looking for ways how we can improve our pastoralism and to look on how the world is going, not just being pastoralist, but do other businesses that other people are doing, like sending kids to school, building them.
Because we want to maintain our culture, we want to maintain mobility as the main mechanism of response to climate. Pastoralists want corridors created for them. The grazing corridors, declaring some areas as grazing areas, without construction, without infrastructure, without any other facility.
The initiative coordinator, Brian Agaba, noted that pastoralism remains undervalued despite its contribution to national economies.
It is very essential for food security, national economies, environment, and cultural heritage. The IYRP campaign aims to fulfill the knowledge gaps through participatory research, through promoting science-based policy, and mobilizing sustainable and ethical investment in rangeland management.
Assistant Commissioner for Animal Nutrition, Densi Mulongo Maholo, also advised on securing its future.
Feeling that they change from being what they are, but making a dignified life from what they are. If they are good at raising livestock, for either meat or for milk or trading livestock themselves, they should have a better life like any other Ugandan.
The youth want government to deploy mobile teachers to reduce illiteracy among nomadic families and have reiterated their call for UNESCO recognition of Kobebe rangelands.
Who is a professional in pastoralism, understands the landscape, he teaches children in a half day. He has time with them in the evening, gives them lessons, he gives them lectures. And after that, he graduates them to the next level.
Kobebe Dam should be recognized as a UNESCO man-made biosphere heritage site, supporting cross-border pastoral mobility.
Pastoralist youth from Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania and South Sudan used the meeting held under the theme Youth and Pastoralism, Advancing Youth Voices for Peace, Climate Justice and Resilience to strategize for 2026. Uganda's pastoralists number over 5 million, with livestock contributing 8.8% to national GDP.
Pastoralism.
The Senior Principal Human Resource Officer, Luweero District, Bernard Okello, has advised all public servants to train their conscience in doing the proper and right workplace tasks all the time. This was during a one-day capacity building seminar for parish chiefs and town agents on the scorecard pay policy rollout for Luweero District local government employees. The scorecard employee performance and monitoring tool was started by government in the 2024-25 financial year, designed to address issues of employee absenteeism and corruption.
The outcome and results, activities you have implemented and the results. You have to be accountable to the community, to the citizen, and it is about satisfaction of our citizens and community, whereby it is a bottom-up assessment where the stakeholders also will assess you. You identify your stakeholders, the stakeholders or the clients, they will assess, have they seen the extension workers? Have we received the services from these people? Yes or no? They will assess your conduct, your behavior. It will not stop at the previous system where we talked of accountability submitted. If accountability has been submitted, so what? The public servants are good at accounting, even where there are no results.
Nateranga nyingiro ne banafa ba MTN wanji MTN walololo MTN gamachi to get the power to win njagalo funelianyi nyo funelianyi okuwangula ogenda kuwangula ota ngenda kubanga babukade 10 buli wiki wanji ngenda kubanga kwasa obukade 10 buli wiki kusimu yeye nyingini chabonka chimuchoka line ya MTN banabeka buli ogenda okusasula ekintu kyonna ogenda okusasula ndakwese momo okudya buli ogenda okusasula ngwena kyosasula kyonna kozesa momo ozo kwanga ngenda kwewola kasente kozesa momo wanji ogenda ku investinga kozesa momo abya MTN we jamani ne kwa bukade 10 buli wiki wala kastenyo bimala bwe pa wentandika ngamba kyekiriwo wanji ne kwata ku masimu ngamba halo walirudawa tenze tirinyi halo walirudawa zende guru halo walirudawa ndi mutukula halo oliwa ndi mwanange ndi wano mu office ntudde nyiga ma computer ne nkuta awa namwe kasitena benesi okuberanga mwana wote koze ebintu n'amanga epeyinze ebolowinze investinze ngekozesa momo. Remember to dial *165# or use the Momo app to borrow, to pay, to invest, and you could stand a chance to win 10 million weekly.
And now in the world of sports, Uganda's athletics contingent has returned from Saudi Arabia, where it scooped 7 medals at the Islamic Solidarity Games in 2025. Let's take a look.
Uganda's athletics of track and field events at Islamic Solidarity Games 2025 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia was of 17 people. The contingent has returned after a fruitful outing during which it contributed 7 of the 13 medals Uganda won to finish 16th of the 57 countries at the Games.
We thank the Almighty God who has enabled us as Team Uganda to represent our country in the World Islamic Solidarity Games. Yeah, Saudi Arabia Riyadh has been good. We thank God we were able to win some medals. Yeah, so it was a good competition. Of course, I thank God that I've closed my season with a medal, so it's a great motivation to keep on working hard for the incoming competitions next season.
This medal to me, it's my first big medal, I can say it, and it means a lot to me. And going there in Saudi, I know my body was tired, and it's a long season to me, but I just put it in my head that go there, any kind of medal, just go and fight for it, and you have to be in a medal bracket. My target going to Saudi was to be in top 3, and of it I fulfill it. I'm so grateful to Almighty God.
I want to first thank the government through the National Council of Sports. I want to also thank the Uganda Athletics. I want to also thank the coaches and the athletes for the hard work we had in Saudi Arabia. And I want to thank God for making me to be the #1 in 10,000 meters and coming with the goal to Uganda.
The athletics medals were by Rebecca Chelengat, who won gold in the 10,000 meters, and Samuel Simba, Harima Nakai, and Charity Cherop that won men's 10,000 meters, women's 800 meters, and the 5,000 meters, respective silver medals. Athletics also had bronze medals by Samuel Simba, Shida Leni, and Abel Chebet. Uganda's other medals at the games were 2 gold and a silver by swimmer Gloria Mozito, and bronze medals by swimmer Jesse Sengozi and boxer Alfred Ojok. The final bronze was by the table tennis women's doubles team of Jemima Nakawala and Pavin Judith Nangozi.
And in more sports news, non-government organization NGO Sea Child has organized a 5 and 10 kilometer fundraising run in Bunamwaya to help support children with disabilities. These are the details.
The day began with aerobic exercises at the Agri Secondary School in Bunamwaya ahead of the Sea Child fundraising run.
Here with the Sea Child Foundation that supports children living with special needs and disabilities. We have just concluded our run on behalf of children that have disabilities and special needs. Like you can see, where people have turned out in large numbers, like we called upon you. Thank you so much.
Many youthful athletes took part in the 5 and 10 kilometer run, an event organized by She Child organization to support children with disabilities in Uganda.
A 19-year-old special needs child. He has cerebral palsy, low mild. This event is very, very important for us, the parents with kids with special needs, because it creates awareness. It takes away the stigma that the public has towards these kids.
We are working in conjunction with our clients and people in the communities in which we operate or stay. And we are giving back to the communities, especially like the Sea Child initiative here today. This money is meant to help support the children with disabilities, but it doesn't necessarily mean we are focusing on only the disabled. We're helping people in the communities in even other areas.
The initiative drew support from various organizations including Rotary Club Bunamwaya, Teresa Ministries, Maxedo Mother Care, and Rafael Tel. Many parents face challenges caring for children with disabilities and hope to overcome the associated stigma. The executive director of the Sea Child noted that children with disabilities have immense potential and can achieve a lot despite their physical limitations.
We are Sea Child ever since we started in 2017. We have reached out around 200 children who have been skilled, and they are doing amazing work. We have so many products there which these children do. We train children in literacy, communication skills. We train them in vocational skills. We have also day-to-day living.
And that brings us to the end of our UBC News tonight. Thank you for being a lovely audience. My name is Wadulo Arnold Mark, Dorothy Namuyomba on sign language, and I'm styled by Lavi Boutique, located on Grand Imperial Hotel, right behind Bank of Uganda.
Thank you.